Hello there, and thank you again for tuning in to the Summer Read Aloud series. For this installation, I'm going to be reading from a book of poetry. And if you're not familiar with who this is the late great Tupac, and this is called The Rose That Grew from Concrete. And it's a compilation of poems that he hand wrote and were kept by one of his close friends and just talks about hope, strength, love, redemption, justice, a variety of different things that impacted Tupac's life. I encourage you, if these are some poems that I share that you're interested in, to take a deeper look into who Tupac was. He was an artist, poet, musician, actor, um, very, very unique, talented individual. So I just wanted to share some of his powerful words. The first poem is The Rose That Grew from Concrete, autobiographical. Did you hear about the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete? Proving nature's laws wrong, it learned to walk without having feet. Funny it seems, but by keeping its dreams, it learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one else even cared. This next one is entitled Sometimes I Cry. Sometimes when I'm alone, I cry because I'm on my own. The tears I cry are bitter and warm. They flow with life, but take no form. I cry because my heart is torn, and I find it difficult to carry on. If I had an ear to confide in, I would cry among my treasured friends. But who do you know that stops that long to help another carry on? The world moves fast, and it would rather pass you by than to stop and see what makes you cry. It's painful and sad, and sometimes I cry, and no one cares about why. The eternal lament. From my mind to the depths of my soul, I yearn to achieve all of my goals, and all of my free time will be spent on the ones I miss. I will lament. I am not a perfectionist, but still I seek perfection. I am not a great romantic, but yet I yearn for affection. Eternally my mind will produce ways to put my talents to use. And when I'm done, no matter where I've been, I'll yearn to do it all again. Starry Night, dedicated in memory of Vincent van Gogh. A creative heart obsessed with satisfying this dormant and uncaring society. You have given them the stars at night, and you have given them bountiful bouquets of sunflowers. But for you, there is only contempt. And though you pour yourself into the frame and present it so proudly, this world cannot accept your masterpieces from the heart. So on that starry night, you gave to us and you took away from us the one thing we never acknowledged, your life. My dearest one, there are no words to express how much I truly care. So many times I fantasize of feelings we can share. My heart has never known the joy you bring to me, as if God knew what I wanted and made you a reality. I died to hold you, or to kiss you, or merely to see your face. My stomach quivers, my body shivers, and my heart increases pace. To give me money or lots of gold would not be the same to me. I prayed and watched the distant stars, and finally you came to me. Forever and today. You say that you'll love me forever, but what about today? As the dusks become dawns and the years pass on, will you love me the same way? If so, let us rejoice and bathe in constant pleasure. If not, spare my heart today, and I shall recover before forever. And if my doubts and questions upset you, forgive my fragile heart. I just wanted to know if you'd love me forever before today would start. Love is just complicated. You asked me to communicate what it is I feel within. I search for words to assist, but I find none to help me begin. I guess love is just complicated. Love is just complicated. I thought I knew my heart's desire. I thought I quenched my burning fire. I thought I wanted A, but A was too mixed up with B. Then C made me more confused. So A turned off me, and B feels better. C is upset and lonely, and me, I think love is complicated. Love is just complicated. Why must you be unfaithful for women? Men, you shouldn't listen to your selfish heart. It doesn't really have a brain. Besides keeping you alive, its existence is in vain. How could I be so mean and say your heart has no place? Because mortal men fall in love again as fast as they change their face. I may be cruel, but think a while about the hearts that you have broken. Match that with the empty vows and broken promises you've spoken. I'm not saying females are perfect, because men, we know it's not true. But why must we be unfaithful if our heart is true to you? Just a breath of freedom for Nelson Mandela. Held captive for your politics. They wanted to break your soul. They ordered the extermination of all minds they couldn't control. For you, the fate was far worse than just a brutal homicide. They caged you like an animal and watched you slowly die inside. As you breathe your first air of freedom, on the day you become a free man, raise your regal brow in pride, for now you are in God's hands. The life of many were given so that the day would one day come that the devils in power at Pretoria would pay the evil crimes they've done. Just a breath of freedom for Nelson Mandela. Held captive for your politics, they wanted to break your soul. They ordered the extermination of all minds they couldn't control. For you, the fate was far worse than just a brutal homicide. They caged you like an animal and watched you slowly die inside. As you breathe your first air of freedom, on the day you become a free man, raise your regal brow in pride, for now you are in God's hands. The life of many were given so that the day would one day come that the devils in power at Pretoria would pay for the evil crimes they done. For Mrs. Hawkins, in memory of Yusef Hawkins. This poem is addressed to Mrs. Hawkins, who lost her son to a racist society. I'm not out to offend the positive souls, only the racist dogs who lied to me. An American culture plagued with nights like the night Yusef was killed. If it were reversed, it would be the work of a savage, but this white killer was just strong-willed. But Mrs. Hawkins, as sure as I'm a Panther, with the blood of Malcolm in my veins, America will never rest if Yusef dies in vain. When your hero falls, for my hero, my mother. When your hero falls from grace, all fairy tales are uncovered, myths exposed, and pain magnified, the greatest pain discovered. You taught me to be strong, but I'm confused to see so weak, to see you so weak. You said never to give up, and it hurts to see you welcome defeat. When your hero falls, so do the stars, and so does the perception of tomorrow. Without my hero, there is only me alone to deal with my sorrow. Your heart ceases to work, and your soul is not happy at all. What are you expected to do when your only hero falls? Can you see the pride in the panther? Can you see the pride in the panther as he glows in splendor and grace, toppling obstacles placed in the way of the progression of his race? Can you see the pride in the panther as she nurtures her young all alone? The seed must grow regardless of the fact that it's planted and sown. Can't you see the pride in the panthers as they unify as one? The flower blooms with brilliance and outshines the rays of the sun. Liberty needs glasses. Excuse me, but Lady Liberty needs glasses, and so does Mrs. Justice by her side. Both the broads are blind as bats, stumbling through the system. Justice bumped into Mutula and tripping on Geronimo Pratt, but stepped right over Oliver and his crooked partner Ronnie. Justice stubbed her big toe on Mandela, and Liberty was mosquitoed by the Indians. Slavery was a learning phase, forgotten without a verdict, while justice is on a rampage. For endangered surviving black males, I mean really, if anyone really valued life and cared about the masses, they take them both to Panoptical and get 2 pairs of glasses. And finally, in the event of my demise, dedicated to those curious. In the event of my demise, when my heart can be no more, I hope I die for a principle or a belief that I had lived for. I will die before my time because I feel the shadow's depth, so much I wanted to accomplish before I reached my death. I have come to grips with the possibility and wiped the last tear from my eyes. I loved all who were positive in the event of my demise. Wow, those were some seriously powerful poems, and I hope they ignited some thought in your mind again about love and hope and justice and equality in life. All right, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.